We're in Mandalia, in the marina, and we've been here since we came in October last year, and we're finally going to leave Turkey today. So we've been in Turkey for around 18 years, on and off, and we've sailed in Turkey for about 8 years, something like that. Because we've got Ula, we're actually going to move on over to Greece, and eventually we're going to head down to Malta, and then on to Tunisia for the winter. By 4 o'clock.
You want wind?
I want wind!
Have you no wind?
Got a sailboat, need wind. So we're heading to a little bay, just opposite to Yalikivak, or on the other side of the hill to Yalikivak.
North side of the peninsula, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposedly supposed to be really sheltered because we've got some big winds coming in tonight. Different forecasts are saying different things. We've got windy saying there's going to be 42 knots, and we've got predict wind which is saying about 28 to 32.
Yeah, I know. We're leaving Turkey for the first time in a long time. Been here since 2006. Had an apartment, had a couple of villas, got Kestrel here, had a motorboat before that, but now it's time to break free of Turkey and move on.
So we're off to check out.
Exciting.
It's about a 4-hour sail up to Yalikivak. 4-hour motor looking great. Just got out of the bay, and the wind's filled in. We've got 10 knots now, and got a full genoa out. We've put a reef in the main because it's expected to lift speed-wise up until about... Oh, I'm out of breath. It's supposed to increase and fill in to about 20 knots this afternoon, so we've just put one reef in the main. We're sailing.
Yay! Well, we couldn't hope for a better first sail. This is just amazing. It's the end of February. We've got beautiful blue skies, a little bit of light cloud around, and just 7 knots of breeze is just amazing.
The wind has abandoned us. We lost it about 20 minutes ago,
Yeah, something like that.
and we just thought we'd heave to for a bit and see if it came back, but at the moment there is 0.
Oh, there's one heading this way. So how was day one?
Absolutely brilliant.
Why are you hiding down there?
I'm tying the wheel up.
And guess what we're going to have?
Beer o'clock.
I think we deserve it. I think we've done really well. How long did it take?
4.5 hours.
How long should it have taken?
About 2.5.
Yeah. We had so little wind, but the wind died on us part way through. But we had a really good sail, didn't we?
We did, and to be honest, it was nice for a first sail, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was good.
We had sort of up to 10 knots, and it was on the sort of on a broad reach, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was sort of, we were knocking along about 3.5, 4 knots. Which was
Yeah,
fun.
and when you get to our age, you need things to be done gently, don't you?
You do. Probably stay here. They forecast between 30 and 40 knots here tomorrow, and that starts early in the morning. So hopefully, the anchor's set and dug in well. We're going to put a bit more chain out, I think.
Yeah. So this calls for
A beer.
a beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I have to open it. It's that long since I had one. So I had a fairly calm night in the anchorage. It's now picked up to somewhere between 28 and 30 knots, I would think. And actually the bay's quite calm.
Hey, there's a rainbow over there.
There's a rainbow over there. It's obviously raining.
Bit of rain.
Yeah. Forecast to pick up to about 40 knots this afternoon. But it's quite a sheltered bay, this, and I think the anchor's set pretty well. So we're in 5 metres of water. We've got 50 metres of chain out, so hopefully we should be okay.
Well, it's arrived, the weather we were expecting, and this is why we were sat in the bay in Yalakivak for 24 hours. Thought we'd let it pass, and tomorrow it should be calmer and brighter. But for the moment, we're indoors. I'm doing a little bit of sewing, some sewing to do. Kevin's downstairs looking at some video and trying to sort out the videos. But yeah, not a lot else we can do today. Morning. It's a bit cold. We set off about 6:30 this morning. Turned on the nav lights, got the deck light on, put the mainsail up, and we've got a little bit of wind, not a great deal. Having had 30 odd knots of wind yesterday afternoon and blustery overnight, it's kind of died and dropped to about 8 to 10 maybe at the moment. Well, we've gone from about 8 knots of wind to about 30 knots of wind. Just had to reef the main, reef the Genoa. A little bit hairy for a minute or two. Quite wild at the moment. Just coming between the islands and the mainland, which is making it a little bit gusty and unpredictable. Hence all this wind.
It's everywhere, all over the place, coming between the islands, and that is sailing. So we're having to tack up wind now. We need to get round Kos, and the wind is going to be coming straight on the nose as we try to go around the corner, so we're going to have to tack our way through it, and we've got anything between 20 and 30 knots at the moment, and it's gusting from all over the place. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, just trying to keep it in the wind.
So it's not easy, but we'll get there.
How's the wind speed?
We're between 25 and 30 knots at the minute.
Got quite a big sea.
We're on 60 degrees, and we're doing 6.5 knots.
But we've got quite a big sea. We've got 2 reefs in the main and a reef and a half in the Genoa, I think.
Just 8 knots, haven't we?
8 knots, yeah. It's a bit swelly.
Yeah. Well, we're coming between Kos and Turkey now. So the sea state's changing a little bit. We get a lot of blustery wind, don't we? Bit of a contrast from earlier on.
Yeah, that's what you would call a character building sail, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Predicted 10 to 20 knots on 2 different weather apps. We got 30 knots. We're in our 3rd sail of the season. How was last night?
It was okay actually, a bit rolling to start with. But
Can't hear you very well, you're facing the other way. You what?
it was alright actually, yeah, it was a bit rolly.
But the wind died down, didn't it?
It died down during the night and apart from a very small swell, it was okay.
Yeah, we were exhausted because we obviously got up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock yesterday morning and did about a 9-hour sail.
Yeah.
So we were quite exhausted, so we were ready for bed and we went to bed about 10 o'clock and slept the entire night, so we obviously needed it.
It's not a bad anchorage actually, apart from where we were before a couple of years ago, we just couldn't set the anchor. It was just in weed all the time.
But
Where we set it last night was fine, it was
yeah,
plenty of sand.
it was good. So where are we heading today?
We're heading to Simi today,
Why Simi?
Canomatus, because a big weather front coming in, about 40 knots of wind, so it's pretty sheltered there. So we're going to go there and hunker down.
Lovely conditions, we have about 12 knots of wind and we're actually heading in the right direction. Maine's looking a little bit. We're only on about 35, 40 degrees, a bit closer to the wind. We're doing well. Well, what started off as a 4.5-hour sail turned out to be a, how many hours? 8.5-hour sail. We ended up having to tack the whole way, and it was a beautiful sail. We had between 14 and 17 knots of wind the whole way. Put a reef in the main partway here, but on the whole it was a brilliant sail, just a blimmin' long one. But here we are, we're coming into Canomatus, which is quite a sheltered bay on the island of Simi. It's on the southern part of the island, and it's quite a sheltered area for any bad weather.